morning, good day, good evening, whatever that may be for you. I am Heather with Rebel Hearts Coaching, and I am here to do a card reading. And so I pulled cards on what the topic will be today, and what I got was essence and simplicity. And so, apologize for the lighting here. So the essence says, in my essence, I am joy. And simplicity says that deep, profound serenity is expanding in my life. And I actually, no, that doesn't work, had read in the little book, and I wanted to share it with you because I thought it was great. So in regards to essence, it says, find your essence. Simplify and contemplate in the Zen garden of your mind. Discover the stillness in the center of the cyclone and do what's important and let go of the rest. And simplicity says, do what matters and release the rest to find peace, grace, and stillness. Clear internal and external clutter. And so I was like, wow, those really go together. It is really about coming into the stillness of our minds and that center of ourselves and letting go of what doesn't matter. You know, how many times do we keep ourselves up at night with things that, you know, we stress ourselves out over, but in the end, in the big scheme of things, you know, it's really not that important. And so I'm going to draw more cards and see how we can support this in our lives. How do we support, you know, being still with the essence of who we are and what we are, and simplifying in our lives so that we're not going around all frazzled. You know, we're being concerned about the things that we don't need to be concerned with. Ooh, all right, well, let's see how this rolls. Okay, so this first one says, oof, all right, well, okay, maybe not. It says, take baby steps. So go slowly like the patient turtle. Do not try to rush or force anything. Baby steps are golden. They will lead you to your fondest goals. And so that is great when it comes to really simplifying in our lives, in our minds, in our world, internally and externally, to take baby steps. You know, sometimes we see, so for example, if you have clutter in your house, especially if it's you've been in the same house for decades, you know, you kind of look around and you look at things and you're like, oh my God, this is too much. I can't even think about it. And it is easy to kind of get stuck in stagnancy and not go anywhere because it just feels overwhelming. It feels like it's too much. But when we stop and we take one baby step at a time, one little piece, one little parcel, one little whatever, then in that leads us to where we're going. That leads us to our goals. That leads us to what we're desiring, what we're wanting in life. And so in simplifying, in all of that, we just take baby steps. And this next one is look at the stars. It says, look up and remember that you are but a tiny speck in a large, mysterious universe. Let the magic of the stars connect you to your own special magic. And so this, to me, really comes into looking at our essence. How often do we go through our daily lives and we get stressed out and we get frazzled with everything that's going on, and we kind of tend to get sucked into being very, I'll say, narrow focused. You know, we're so fixated on, oh my God, I have to do this, and this needs to get done, and that needs to get done. And we do fall into that overwhelm and that, you know, too much is going on or whatever. But when we take that step back, when we look to the stars, when we recognize that, one, that in our essence we are divine, that we are magic, really, you know, we're energy, we're all of these things, and it helps us to put the issues in our life in perspective. And it's a lot easier to then step into simplifying because we're not seeing that molehill like a mountain. You know, we're able to have that perspective and see that, hey, we can do this. We take those baby steps, we remember who we are and really what's important, You know, what's really important, what really matters, and have that perspective. The next one is set clear boundaries. So empower yourself by setting limits, such as saying no to requests or socializing less. This kind of self-care creates more respectful, healthy relationships. So in setting boundaries, this is even with ourselves. You know, how many of you are just overly demanding of yourself, overly demanding of what you have to get done in a day? You know, if you have this mile-long to-do list and you're going to beat yourself up over it at the end of the day when you don't feel like you've had enough crossed off, this is boundaries, setting those boundaries with ourselves, simplifying, being able to step back, have a good perspective, what matters, what does not, taking baby steps towards what's there, and having those baby steps and having those boundaries for ourselves, saying, okay, I can allow myself to do this much today because I'm tired. I need to rest. You know, being able to honor yourself in those moments is part of setting boundaries. So honoring yourself when you need to rest, honoring yourself when you need to take a break, you know, when you need to go walk around outside or take that coffee break or whatever it is that you need. By honoring that, that is providing boundaries for you so that you can really honor your essence and step into that space to where you can simplify things so you're not overwhelmed and feeling burdened by everything that's going on. And this last one is reclaim your power. Do not give your power away to anyone. Say to yourself, I am strong and capable, and I can approach this situation with confidence and skill. And so being able to reclaim your power is really about reclaiming your true essence, reclaiming that part of yourself that is divine, that is that part that you are honoring and working to simplify in your life, not getting caught up into the big hoo-ha of things, you know, and allowing yourself to say, hey, I'm all right, we're good, and it's okay if I don't get my bajillion and one things done today, because this is what I have capacity for today, and that's okay. And that's part of reclaiming your power. You know, it's saying that I can do this, and I can do this in the way that I need to do it, that honors myself, that allows me to be healthy about it, you know, because if we're always pushing, if we're always go, do, you know, and then we burn out. We burn out, we're tired, we're exhausted, and we really have no energy for anything. And then after a while, nothing starts to get done because we just don't have the capacity. And so when we step back, when we remember our essence, when we allow ourselves to simplify, when we take those baby steps and have those boundaries for ourselves, for others, of saying, okay, this is what I have the capacity to handle versus what I don't, that is reclaiming your power. That is reclaiming your voice. That is reclaiming that essence of who you are. And that is so important. It's so important to say, I'm worthy. I'm worthy of saying no to the things I really don't have space for. I am worthy of, you know, saying, okay, you know what? I need to leave from work early today because I just don't have the mental capacity for it today. You know, allowing those kinds of things for yourself allows you to step into that space where you can tap into your joy, tap into your happiness, and reclaim that power of you, of saying, I don't have to walk through life like I'm running this rat race. I can do this in a way that honors me and in turn honors those around me. And so by doing these little things, by stepping back and looking at it from a higher perspective, by taking those baby steps, by allowing ourselves and honoring ourselves through the setting of boundaries, is reclaiming our power, and in doing so allows us to really simplify our life. And so if you are one like me that was always the one that was running around like a chicken with her head cut off, you know, these are important things to remember. This is really about honoring the essence of who you are and being able to step into your power and acknowledge that you're worthy of it, that you're worthy of that space. You know, I raised 3 boys and worked full time, and for a while I was working and in school full time, and it was a lot. It was a lot, and I was chronically exhausted. I was always burned out. I was always cranky. I was always snippy. I was always, you know, it wasn't pleasant at all. And so had I, at that time in my life, allowed myself to step back, to recognize my worth, my value, then I would have taken baby steps. I would have set my boundaries. I would have reclaimed my power and honored myself and simplified things, you know. And so do that. You're worthy. It's okay to be simple. It's okay to not get everything done all at once. And it's okay to take it baby step after baby step, because each baby step leads you somewhere. So just keep doing it. Keep honoring yourself. Keep taking that perspective of, I'm worthy of this. And my true essence is love. It is joy. I am here for happiness. And it is amazing that as you do that and you really look at what really matters, how things start to shift. So hope you had some kind of gold nugget out of here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I will see you next time. Thank you.